screen behind me.
Stand by to launch.
Like you have it on your screen behind you. How do I do that?
Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it is so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by. Now, here's JP.
Oh, say, can you see?
Oh, Canada.
That's how we start.
Here we go.
This show. There we go. There we go. How about a couple national anthems? I think we should both sing the entire national anthems at the end. Whoever wins gets to sing their national anthem. No, whoever wins, the other guy has to sing their national anthem.
The other guy has to sing the opposite national. Yeah, that's how you. There you go.
All right, that sounds good. USA
Without auto-tune.
2:00 today, women's hockey. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I'm ready.
How are you kids out there? Oh, that's it. We should start the show every day with that.
We should.
Yeah, it's not football season anymore, but we're still going to talk some football today. Charlie Strong is going to come in. You know what? He said last week that obviously he picked Seattle. I picked the Patriots and the points because I just wanted an underdog winner and maybe some money made. Failed miserably. And the further I get away from that Super Bowl, the more I hate it. But look, he said last week it's that Seattle defense is going to be the difference, no question about it. And you'll know early on. So I did use that information and live bet it. And because early on it was like, yeah, I don't think the Patriots are moving the ball much. It's not going to happen. So Charlie will join us. We'll talk a little Super Bowl recap and look ahead to the offseason. You know, he had some really good, obviously being the defensive line coach for the Bucs last year. We had some really interesting things to say about their defensive line and their personnel. So we'll chat about that as well. And we got lots of baseball news, Rays stuff to talk about from promotions. You know how I love the baseball promotions, Timmy. I love the baseball promotions. Some are really good, some are really bad, but they're always fun to talk about. There we go. Let's sing that. Shit show.
It's a shit show.
And tickets for this season's Devil Rays hit
Right,
show
Farmer.
are going fast.
Going fast. Tickets are going fast, D-Wayne says.
Tickets are going fast.
Are they? Are they, D-Wayne? Really? Are they really going fast? Back in 2001 or whatever it was? I don't know. I don't think so.
So, JP, in your opinion, are we more likely to have a hit show this year?
It ain't going to be a hit show. It is definitely not going to be a hit show. We are signing up. Like, even if the Rays are successful in their run prevention, nothing I love more than a 3-2 ball game. I mean, we are signing up for a lot of no runs scored because the Rays are all in on run prevention. Clearly, they are all in on run prevention and not interested in any power whatsoever. And we'll get to that here in just a second. And I'm going to make an outrageous claim. Just for clickbait. And there I admitted it. So there you go. Just to keep you folks around, I'm going to make an outrageous claim. It's a tease. All right, so there's the show. Charlie's going to join us. No other guests except you wonderful people out there who we adore so much and all your pithy and wonderful comments that are already filling our chat, as you always do. And we'll get right to them today. So, all right, we're going to kick it off with a little bit of baseball chatter today. Pitchers and catchers reporting this week down at Port Charlotte.
Thursday, JP.
Thursday. I think
Rangers pitchers and catchers report today.
They do.
I had some baseball wood this morning.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
With that news when I woke up to that. Yeah.
And please don't show that today. We saw your scar yesterday. We don't need any more anatomy lessons today.
I don't look. This camera does not zoom
need
enough
to see your baseball wood.
Show that.
That's fine. Beautiful. Yes, the pop of the leather and the crack of the bat coming your way this week. Which spring training games are awesome. They really are. The weather's fantastic. It's baseball outside. Absolutely love it. We'll be back at Steinbrenner with all the Yankee regalia there instead of the Rays regalia. Watching the Yankees in Clearwater has an unbelievable stadium. Dunedin is fantastic. We got some great venues in the area. So looking forward to spring training baseball. Now, the Rays, obviously, lots to get to there. So yesterday they signed the inimitable Nick Martinez. 35-year-old Nick Martinez is now, kind of feels like that, the highest paid player on the Rays.
Wow.
With a career record of 48-59 and a 4.16 ERA over 280 games with the Rangers. How'd that work out there for you guys? The Nick Martinez years, the salad years of Nick Martinez.
Uneventful.
Unmemorable
at best. Yeah, just like.
Well, but he was with the Padres from 22 to 23. That was his. Yeah. And then the Reds for the last couple of years. In the middle of that stretch, he puts 4 seasons in Japan. So I'm sure that my man
Orestes might have some opinion on him.
He might have some opinions on him. So, and then at the same time, Marcell Ozuna, who's been out there the entire time, signs with the Pirates for $12 million. I understand we have our Yandy Diaz, who can also play first base. And Ozuna, once a Gold Glove outfielder, Gold Glove or no more,
not anymore.
Strictly pretty much DH, but in a pinch could play outfield. Signs for $12 million. Now, last year he hit 21 home runs, which was a decline, certainly. His numbers went from 40 home runs to 30 and a 905 OPS, 39 home runs at a 925 OPS to 21 homers and 756 OPS. A dramatic drop, which at 35 years old could show that he's getting old or maybe just had a bad year. Does he still have some left in the tank? All I know is this: that mofo is one of the most feared right-handed hitters in baseball. Not too long ago.
Yeah.
Not too long ago. And we've signed Cedric Mullins and a host of dudes in the outfield. And if you put them all together, they probably have hit about 7 home runs. But this dude, so we're going to pay $13 million for Nick Martinez, a decidedly average pitcher at best, when we got a stable full of arms in this system that can start games at a much cheaper rate. Now, I know this guy is a, quote, innings eater. Are they good innings or bad innings? Because most of them look pretty meh to me.
Yeah, you can be an innings eater in a negative connotation, right?
Yeah. I just, and listen, I'm also very much aware that we have an incredible coaching staff on the pitching side, led by Kyle Snyder, who is as good as it gets. And they do wonderful things with guys. But at 35 years old, I don't think you're changing a lot of what Nick Martinez is doing. I don't know if there's any revelations that Nick Martinez has not uncovered in his globetrotting 35 years in baseball. You're talking about, a mid-20s guy, even late 20s guy. Maybe there's some magic that we have not discovered yet in Nick Martinez. But to me, he just looks old and not very good. To pay $13 million, it makes no sense whatsoever to me. When you could have signed Marcell Ozuna before you signed the other 50 outfielders that you signed.
Yeah.
And at least one of them might have had some right-handed power. I just don't get it. Now you can say, well, Marcell Ozuna is cooked. One bad year. And it wasn't even a bad year. At 21 home runs, it's a hell of a lot more power than anybody. And who the hell is protecting Junior Caminero? The best way to ruin a young hitter, leave him exposed like that. And have him not see one freaking fastball all year long and start chasing and just ruin the dude. I know there'll be the analytics guys to come at me with drop a can of field with Nick Martinez. That should be about BAP, but you ever go rate? Whatever.
Mark.
Yeah, whatever. It's like, my God, this guy is meh at best. He's the definition of meh. And we're going to pay him more than anybody on the team? 13. Were there a lot of suitors out there for Nick Martinez at 13 million?
There can't have been, right? Like, there's no way.
You know, I'm all for remaking this team and moving towards the future and getting rid of, some of the guys that are older and haven't worked out. And if you're going to trade Brandon Loud, let's get some good pieces. And they got some good pieces. Not great. We'll see how it works out. But,
And the only way I can see this thing working out, and this is a long shot, is if they can somehow maximize the value. You have to maximize that 13 million and use him how he can be effective still. And when I say effective, look, he's not going to blow anybody away. All right.
Well,
he's not
sure.
He's not that kind of pitcher. He never really was.
And that doesn't bother me. Just get people out.
Yeah, he's more control and sequencing is the kind of pitcher he is, right? He doesn't have the huge velocity. Look, and I don't know what the history of the Rays utilizing guys like that is. I would tend to think it's probably pretty good.
I mean, you look at Charlie Morton, but I think Charlie Morton was a hell of a lot better and younger than this guy when they signed him. I think a little bit younger. I mean, that would be your comp. But I think Charlie Morton had a much better track record when he came here. I'll have to go look at those numbers, but I don't get it.
And I know you mentioned the Trop, a pitcher-friendly park.
Right.
Especially for a guy with control, not necessarily velocity. So I can kind of see the thought process behind this, but the only way you can get that this is a good move is if he's still got something to give, right?
Yeah.
You've got to utilize him. He's not going to be really a spot starter for you, I wouldn't think. Maybe a long relief guy, opener support guy. I don't
He's going to be a starter. He pitched, I think, 167 innings last year. They want him to be a starter and pick up a lot of innings. I think it's obviously an insurance policy if Shane McClanahan, can't pitch. Right. Obviously, he hasn't pitched in 2 years, and things look good. Doing the long toss, already out there. They expect him to be fine, but Kevin Cash said, "quote I'd be thrilled." Thrilled? Like thrilled? Define thrilled. If those reports are accurate, that's tremendous news for the Rays. Our pitching group, our team, Nick Martinez, from what we have done our homework on and heard about him, is just a first-class personality, first class in the clubhouse as a teammate, unselfish in whatever role. If we're fortunate enough to be able to add him to our club, we look at him being able to provide meaningful starter innings for us. So we're excited by the rumors because I guess they can't officially talk about him until it's done. Gavin Lux, who played with him in Cincinnati, said he's one of my favorite teammates I've ever had. He's amazing in the clubhouse just to be around and a guy to have around every day. He's locked in even when he's not pitching. He brings a lot of energy into the dugout. Okay. I love all that. We need that. 100%. Yeah. We need that. 13 million.
I mean, is that just the direction we've
it's not my money
gotten in baseball now?
It's not my money, by the way, so that's fine. Yeah. But I mean, I would have rather spent it on Marcell Ozuna. 100%. Have some, and I don't know what kind of clubhouse guy Ozuna is. My Atlanta people tell me he's great. He's awesome. They love him. So could have had the same thing, but actually hit a ball out of the ballpark, which I think is something this team is severely lacking. And you need some protection for Caminero. That's my biggest worry is that kid just starts chasing everything because you know how he is. He wants to make a difference. He cares. He's not just one of those guys that'll just, take a walk. I don't care. Don't hurt my numbers. Oh, he wants to win. He wants to drive in runs. He wants to do stuff. And he ain't going to see anything with nobody around him. I mean, that's a concern. It's a huge concern.
If they're counting on him to be a piece of the starting pitching staff for the majority of the season, this is going to fail.
Yeah, he's pitched a career high 165 2/3 last year.
Right,
which means
he was far more effective. He was far more effective out of the bullpen with Cincinnati last year. That's the only reason I'm thinking maybe they want him out of the bullpen. I don't know what we're we're 2 days
Well,
away.
they're talking about him as a fourth or fifth starter here.
And then that's going to be a
He made
miserable
26 starts and 14 relief appearances. I mean, he wasn't even a full-time starter. When I'm paying this guy $13 million a year. And again, it's not my money. And by the way, this puts the payroll at $105 million.
Wow. When's the last time it was over $100 million?
Never. We've never cracked 100 million ever. Never cracked 100 million. So as predicted, by the way, here, the new ownership group has a payroll over 100 million. And maybe that's what they were looking to do. We just got to pop 100 million. It's a nice little, shows a little something. I like that. But I would have much rather had a right-handed power hitter like Ozuna than this guy, who evidently is a great dude. Now he's going to hate me because I'm trashing him, but I'm not trashing. He's just meh. I mean, it's a nice addition. It really is a nice addition. It certainly will help the team if he stays healthy. It will help the team, no doubt. And all these things are talking about. He has a pitcher. He's super unique because he can bounce back and forth between the bullpen and the rotation and not miss a beat. Where not too many guys can do that. He's got 5 or 6 pitches. If he throws for strikes, it's just a lot to cover, a lot to think about as a hitter. I was super pumped when I saw the news. This guy that you love to have around every day. That's important. All that stuff is very important, especially for a team like this that is growing and kids need to learn how to be professionals. So that's all good. I'm not saying that Nick Martinez is a bad addition. Seems weird.
I mean, his WAR last year was 2.3.
That's pretty good.
That's
damn good. That's really good. That's good.
For a guy that went 11-14 with a 4.45 ERA in 40 games.
Yeah, how does that work? I mean,
he also had a 1.207 whip, which ain't great.
That ain't great either.
Yeah.
How do you get to a WAR like that with pitching numbers like that? How many home runs did he hit?
Yeah, right.
How do you get to a WAR like that with those numbers?
Did he bat 407?
You lost more games than you won. I mean, he must have had some incredible relief appearances in certain situations. He must have done some really good stuff.
His projections for 2026 at age 35, 9-9, 1 save, 109 strikeouts. Yeah, I'm trying to find relevant stuff.
I'm trying to find 2.3 WAR.
Yeah. 404 ERA is what they're projecting for him at 9-9. I mean,
I guess that gets you 13 million these days. I don't know.
I guess so.
I know. But again, it's not obviously it's going to make this team better. Makes the team better. Although it does keep a younger arm off the staff that you don't know what they could do. Maybe that's an Ian Seymour. Maybe that's a young arm that's just developing that's not going to get these innings. I don't know. So maybe and a guy that could be better. You could definitely have better numbers than this.
He hasn't pitched in the American League since 2017.
I guess that's a plus.
Yeah.
They haven't seen
all the younger guys haven't seen him. Yeah.
But he hasn't seen a lot of these hitters. And so,
yeah.
But at 35, he should have the advantage in that.
Advantage
in
to the
cerebral arena. Yeah. So look, it ain't the worst signing in the world, but it's clear to me that Eric Neander is sabotaging this team with the new owners, as directed by Stu Sternberg. There, I said it.
Stu's too cheap to pay him for that, though.
I'm kidding. He's like, I got $105 million payroll. Like, what the hell do I do this? He's like a drunken sailor. Here, Nick Martinez. I'll take $13 million. I got so much to spend here. I don't know what to do with it.
Shots for everybody.
What's that record? I don't give it. Here, take $13 million. Who else is that? Who are we bidding against, by the way? The Dodgers?
Yeah. Ourselves.
I don't think so. Yeah. He saw $105 million budget and totally went nuts. Jesus, what do I do with this? I got to go get me a declining 35-year-old has-been. But he's good in the clubhouse, damn it. Shots for everyone.
Good Lord.
I'm kidding, Eric. I'm kidding. It's just a little strange. It's a little strange. I'm happy for you to come on the show and please explain to me what the hell's going on around here. But listen, the manager's thrilled. So I guess that's important. That's all that
what
matters.
else? What else would Kevin Cash say? What else would he say?
I know.
Like if
I don't think he had to say thrilled.
Well, happy? What would he have said? Yeah, we're real happy to have him here. Well, then that's almost an indictment if you say it that way. That's like saying, "Hey, man, that chick's got a great personality."
I don't know. I mean, thrilled? We're thrilled?
We're thrilled to have him here. I'd like to hear some voice inflection when he said it. Like, I don't want to read it. I want to hear it. Did he say, "Oh, we're thrilled to have him here"? Or did he say, "We're thrilled. We're thrilled that he's here"? It matters.
You're 100% right. Context matters.
It matters.
100% right. Yeah, we're thrilled, Eric. 13 million for this guy. We're thrilled. Couldn't get me Ozuna, could you? The guy could actually hit the ball out of the infield. No.
Oh.
We got to go get Nick Martinez. All right. That's enough. That's enough of that. You negative Nancy.
The hit show.
All right, let's so what do you guys think? Rick, let's get the world according to Rick always helps me in the mornings. Rick says Nick Martinez is the old pitcher from the movie Major League, just covered in Vaseline and Vicks rub.
Harris.
That was Harris. Okay, you ain't worth your salt, Timmy, if I don't see a picture of him with his shirt off and the Vicks rub on it, because I remember it from the movie. So get on it.
That movie yesterday.
Get on. Did you?
Yeah.
Rick nailed it. He ain't Nuke LaLoosh. That's for damn sure. He ain't Nuke LaLoosh. Oh, my Lord. Well, here we go. There's our first Todd Bowles sighting of the morning. Stefan Gonzalez says, "Good morning, JP. John Cooper, Kevin Cash, and Todd Bowles are our head coaches. One of these isn't like the other." Yeah, Cooper's got to go. He sucks. You're right.
What is he
100% right. What is he? What that guy? What a bum. What a bum. Mark Halliday says, "I'm in Clearwater. Great place to watch spring training." You ain't lying, bro. That is a great stadium. That is a fantastic stadium. Imagine. Yeah, and they're gonna beef that whole thing up. They're doing a whole mixed use thing over there too around the Philly stadium. Gonna have like Philliesville over there. Let me see. There's Nick Martinez. There he is. There he is. Great in the clubhouse, man. He was great in the clubhouse. Was he not?
Are you trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
By the way, the best baseball movie of all time.
Oh, not even close.
Not even close, right?
No,
not even close. Totally agree. Some people go Field of Dreams, and it's strong.
It's good.
It just doesn't have I'm a comedy guy mostly, you know.
It ain't Major League.
And I tell you what, if you don't like really, really buy into Field of Dreams, it's a stupid movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Does that make sense? I mean,
I bought into it early on though. So
yeah. I remember I was like the first time I watched it, I just didn't get. I don't know. I was cranky or something. I just didn't buy into it, and I'm or James Earl Jones, and I'm like, what is this schmatz? And then the next time I watched it, I really kind of got into it. There may have been some alcohol involved, probably, or other things. And then it was good. But you don't need any of that for Bull Durham. It's all right there. It's a perfect baseball movie of all time. It had everything in it. I mean, we'll break it down one day, but it had absolutely everything in it for sure. Alejandro Noriega says, "Good morning, JP. What a good morning. You can't wait to talk Buccaneers and Rays. As always, the Rays made another move with Nick Martinez, which isn't a bad signing." When you say it isn't a bad signing, it's not a good sign.
It doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's good.
By the way, get ready for a lot of this next season. Martinez working on a 7-hitter.
I can't wait to hear Dwayne say, "Oh, as we go to the top of the ninth, another 2-1 thriller here at the Trop."
By the way, JP, you want a little tidbit on this movie?
What?
You see, look in the background. WTMJ TV4, the NBC affiliate. They ain't in Cleveland. They're in Milwaukee. This movie was filmed at County Stadium in Milwaukee.
Harris is major league.
Yeah.
And we're talking Bull Durham. We're mixing our movies there.
Yeah.
But
But we were talking about, obviously. But they filmed this movie in Milwaukee. And they didn't even bother. They didn't even bother to cover up the Milwaukee branded TV station and crap in the stadium, because that's a Milwaukee TV station.
Look at the old Winston cigarette. We don't see those anymore. But
even the old score.
We got rid of cigarette commercials, but we're choking on Big Pharma, which are the worst commercials in the history of commercials. You can't watch the Olympics without choking on some freaking horrible, and they're just the worst ads. They are the worst ads. Okay, so we have to do 45 seconds of disclaimer because this actual pill that you're going to take is going to kill you, and for some reason this is going to give us some indemnity in court. So we have to say all these things that it could possibly do to you. And while we do it, we're going to have some dorky people dancing, some nostalgic BS, a dude painting balloons in the park or something that has nothing to do with the medication whatsoever. Like, why don't you just show porn, right? And at least people will watch. But instead, and normally they're not even good-looking dancers. Normally they're fat people jiggling and acting like dancers. Like, is there anything worse than the cover video for the Big Pharma disclaimers? Like, who comes up with that stuff? I mean, they're sitting around, all these highly paid advertising executives saying, "Yeah, we just got a $7 billion account for this weight loss drug, and we got to do 45 seconds of disclaimers on how it's going to kill you, but you will lose 4 pounds. Your face will disintegrate, and you'll have no muscles in your face whatsoever, and you'll look 30 years older. But hey, you're going to be 7 pounds lighter. So how do we fool them with some really good content here?" And it's never like some ripped dude lifting weights for the ladies or some hot chick in a bikini for the guys. It's always a bunch of dorks doing something stupid.
People built like me.
Yeah. And me. Yeah. It's like nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
I'm shocked at this point, JP, that somehow Big Pharma hasn't talked to the networks or the FCC into eliminating the need for the side effects thing, right? Like,
they own everything else. Why are they still doing this?
Why do they still have to do that? They should make a call. Hey, we're not doing this anymore. Okay. Just only point out the good things. That's fine.
Let's just put. We got to send the conference call memos out to all the Congress people that we own. That's a long list, boss. Do we have to call them individually? Hell no. We have them all on a text chain. Yeah. Just hit the group chat.
They're all on WhatsApp.
Yeah, they're all on the group chat. Get rid of this stuff. People are tired of watching it. We're tired of talking about it. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Soon. Wait down. We got to shut down the government first so nobody gets paid. But after that, we'll do it. At the cloak of midnight. Don't worry. We'll get it done for you. Where did this show go today? Alejandro Noriega says the Rays ownership has impressed me with everything they have done so far for the team. So far they have focused on the new stadium, new team, culture, and promotions, Longo's weekend, and much more. Yeah. With the exception of the Nick Martinez deal. Yeah, but they're not even involved in that stuff. That's the old baseball people. So, yeah, Neander needs to make a good move. It's been a while. Come on, boss.
Give him time.
Yeah, do something. Yeah, listen, I'm all in. In the Longo stuff they announced yesterday. Now, it's not going to be like the previous ownership group where they bring him all the way from California. I'm not sure they paid for that. And trot him out there to throw a pitch. And would they give him a golden pen or something? Like gave him one of his own bobbleheads that they were handing out. They brought him in to sell a bunch of tickets and then, didn't do anything meaningful for him as far as I know. But this group is going to put his jersey up into the rafters, retire his jersey, do it the right way. I bet they'll give him some gift of significance, unlike the past group. And like the Lightning do and the Bucks do, and classy organizations. So they'll do it the right way. And their promotions look cool. They have a replica of the Tropicana Field that you could take the roof off, which I think is a little bit ironic.
Yeah.
I think it's cool, but I'm like, okay. So we're giving away.
Just don't leave it out in the rain.
And the roof comes off.
Just leave it outside.
So you give it to your kid to say, "Who watched, Daddy? I'll play Hurricane Ian."
Wow, too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon. Or was that the other hurricane? I forgot.
Milton. It was Milton.
It was Milton. So, watch, Daddy, Milton. The top comes right off. Now he can hand you $70 million. Yeah.
Where were you last night, honey?
Where's this show going? Hey, congrats on the FEMA money. We did get some FEMA money. $16.5 million from FEMA.
Where'd that go?
To the roof, I guess. You're paying off the roof.
I thought Stu bought a new Chick-fil-A franchise.
Doesn't own it anymore. Clearly, he's still running the Ander, though. This is going to be my running joke for the entire season until he does something.
Until he signs Aaron Judge.
Until he signs Aaron Judge. Oh, God. Don't go printing this on Twitter. JP said that the Ander's working for Stu and sabotaging the Rays. It's a joke.
Clip that.
Always some truth in those jokes, though, right? That's what makes them funny. Mark Halliday says, I'm liking this new Rays ownership and the moves being made. It's too bad the local paper is full of negativity. Yeah. Yesterday they had to put out a piece on all the renderings, and I had to make some smart-ass comment on Twitter, which was well enjoyed by many of the people. So there's that. Mark Hill says, will there be any big moves in free agent for the Rays? Well, there goes Nick Martinez, baby.
He just made one, Mark.
What are you waiting for, Mark?
Nick Martinez.
Jesus Christ, man.
He just said he's going to go 9-9 with a 4.05 ERA next year. 106 strikeouts.
Eric Neander's like, where you been, Mark? Jesus. I went out and got Gavin Lux. He hit one home run last year. Freaking
Gavin Lux already.
That's Cedric Mullins. Hasn't done anything in 2 years. Yeah. I mean, look at these free agents. Come on. Who else did we get? Who else did we brought in? Who we signed? I don't know. Lots of guys with 3 home runs. That's all I know.
They add it all up. Moneyball. Add those 3 home runs up, and you come up with 6.
Hey, listen, when you can string 7 or 8 hits together, get a couple of runs, that's baseball, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Small ball.
Yeah.
They're going to be playing the smallest of all ball.
Lonnie Wilkins, he's a baseball man, says moves like that don't mean squat when you're trailing 5-3 in the 8th every other day. Thank you. Who's coming up in the 9th? Nick Martinez. He's got a 2.3 WAR.
Are they going to use him as a pinch hitter too?
I guess. I don't know, man. I'm trying to find out where he got that 2.3 WAR. Whatever it is.
If you're paying him 13, you need to utilize him wherever you can.
You know what it is? This WAR, I don't pretend to understand this WAR formula, but evidently there's a component that tracks how good you are in the clubhouse.
As part of WAR?
Evidently.
That's the only way he got to 2.3.
I mean, what are we looking at here? I mean, I'm looking at the pitching numbers. So there must be a clubhouse impact, CI. Is that CHI or is that CI? It's CI, right? CI, CHIP. It's got to have lots of different consonants in it.
Lord.
Yeah.
Analytics.
Clubhouse impact.
Analytics.
7.0 off the charts. When you have a bad game, my man Nick Martinez is right there at your locker waiting for you with a tub of Vicks and a cold one. That's my guy. Lonnie Wilkins says, although the Rays have taught us that with expectations, they'll flop, and with no expectations, they'll win 94 games. True.
All right, then lower your expectations.
No, listen, part of me wants to see what it looks like. Like all these contact hitters, a lot of punch and Judy, good, really good defense, athletic, hopefully the pitching returns, good bullpen. Yeah. I mean, I guess it could work when the Rays have done their best is when everybody's zigging, they're zagging, right? Everybody's adding big boppers. They go the other way. And it's worked, but it hadn't worked the last couple of years. So we'll see. We'll see. What else we got? Just watched Major League this past weekend. Great movie. Absolutely. Major League is not Bull Durham. Bull Durham is number one.
Yeah.
But Major League's
they're
good.
different movies. They're different movies.
Yeah, Bull Durham is a little bit more sophisticated comedy, I think. It's
a little more cerebral.
Yeah, and whereas I think Major League's a lot more slapstick.
Yeah.
More in your face. Joe Boo, Wild Thing, still good. Rick says Neander will get a Nick Martinez after a bender. He'll end up at JP's rehab. There you go. We are open. We are open. We have the JP mini strip mall where we have the weed dispensary, the alcohol
bail bonds
store next to the rehab and the bail bonds. We covered all. We get you drunk and high, and it gets you arrested, and then you come to us for rehab and an attorney. We're gonna have an attorney there too.
JP's dirty weed and vape.
And then while they're there, we might as well have a tattoo shop because they'll get Nathan Elliott, good morning to you, my friend. Said Buccaneers are ranked number 2 all time in the NFL for drafting Super Bowl winning quarterbacks behind the Pittsburgh Steelers. But those quarterbacks did not win the Super Bowl for Tampa. How about that? That's interesting. Because we drafted Doug Williams, Steve Young. Who else did we draft? What is it? Trent Dilfer. Who am I missing?
Jameis. Oh, wait, never mind.
No. Yes, the most important free agent this season is the stadium. And Patrick, we trust. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. And the Indians dropped this one to the Rangers 6-1 for the Indians. One damn hit. Yeah. I think that's going to be, T. Wayne's going to be saying that a lot this year. Jonah Hamm to the Braves. That's one. How much? You want to grab that for me, Timmy?
Love Jonah Hamm, man.
Yeah, I would have. He'd have looked good in a Rays uniform. He would have filled a lot of different. If you tell me $13 million, I'm gonna punch the freaking computer here. I know it's one.
The team has not formally announced the deal yet.
What?
But the two parties are in agreement on a 1-year major league contract. Time is represented by blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so no numbers yet.
Who's he represented by? Is it Casey Close?
Beverly Hills Sports Council.
All right. Romano might know anyway. JLR says, I miss the Tribune so much better than the Times. Man, you ain't lying. The Times had the opportunity to hire Martin Fennelly as their columnist. Martin freaking Fennelly, who is one of the best sports writers I've ever seen. And they picked John Romano, who was a political hack. And that's what you get. Pedro Serrano. Yes. What latest James Pearl Jr. case? Oh, we haven't talked about this. James Pierce Jr. Again, folks, can we proofread our text before we're sending it to this very important program? Because I will put it on here for the millions that are watching, and you'll be embarrassed in your typing skills. So have we gotten the particulars on James Pierce Jr. yet? I know the charges, but I haven't read their. Let's take a break. I want to get that arrest report. I'm going to see because that could be really, really interesting. That's going to be really, really interesting. You talk about coming off the edge.
You saw the allegations, though, right?
Yeah. Well, I saw the charges.
Yeah,
but I didn't see what the actual report said, what he actually did. So with his WNBA ex-girlfriend. Yeah. All right, quick break. We are brought to you by the great folks at Pitch Roofing. If you're looking to get a new roof or repair your roof, your first call needs to be Pitch Roofing. Go to pitchroofing.com and you can reach them through the website. And listen, folks, they're going to educate you about your roof. They're going to tell you about all the scammers that are out there. They're going to tell you about the great work that they do because there are all a ton of scammers out there. And they want you to get 2 or 3 estimates every time you get a roof. And you want them to be obviously one of them so they can come out and educate you about all the things about the materials that the real roofers use and the ones that the scam roofers use, about being bonded, being insured, being recommended by the Better Business Bureau. All these things you will get from Pitch Roofing, probably not from the guy that just showed up at your door and said, I can do this. No, he can't. So make sure that you go with a reputable firm, Pitch Roofing. And if you do get an estimate from them, you'll be in the running for 2 tickets to a Lightning game in the Mark, which is the all-inclusive area where I hang out. And I'll give you a bonus behind-the-scenes tour as well if you win these tickets. Pitchroofing.com is where you need to go. Great folks over there. Back in 3. Here for Pitch Roofing, one of our new sponsors and the most reliable and honest roofers in the business. They love the Lightning, and Bolts fans be entered to win a pair of premium Mark Club seats with every free roofing estimate from Pitch Roofing. Seats include food and beverages, early access, premium entry, and a backstage tour of Lightning Vision with yours truly. Always get 2 to 3 estimates when replacing your roof, and be sure to include Pitch as one of those roofing companies. With a free estimate from Pitch, they're not trying to hard sell you. They educate you on your roof and the process. Even if you do not choose Pitch Roofing as your roofer, they want to leave you feeling informed, knowing the different materials and manufacturers, and understanding the process and warranties. Very, very important. Pitch is an Owens Corning preferred contract, Better Business Bureau accredited, and MySafe Florida Home approved. That's very important as well. Pitch prides themselves on full transparency and customer first level of service. They also offer financing options, including 0% plans, ensuring a stress-free experience. Call my friends at Pitch Roofing, 727-67-PITCH. That's 727-677-4824, or go to pitchroofing.com.
Pitch Roofing, roofing done right.
Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucks on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week, so go Noles. 813-877-7799 or go to italianoinsurance.com. JP here for Riveters, the official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. We're located just south of Ray J and Steinbrenner Field, so it's a great pre- and post-game spot, and the happy hour is amazing. Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Check out these specials. $3 Bud Light drafts, $4 domestic bottles, $5 wells, $6 premium wells, $6 cocktails like margaritas. It's unheard of. And the Riveters food is freshly made daily. No freezers. Happy hour food specials include $3.50 tacos and barbecue sliders. $6 you get edamame or chips with the beer cheese, which is amazing. $8 buffalo chicken dip, my favorite. The truffle fries, chili cheese fries, also $8 at happy hour. As well as other specials throughout the week, including Taco Tuesdays, you get $3 tacos, and Wing Wednesdays, 7 o'clock to 1 a.m. in the morning, you get our amazing wings, 5 for $5 and $5 wells and wines. That's a good Wednesday night. So if you're tired of the preppy, overpriced, generic sports bars, come see the amazing, friendly bartenders and staff at Riveters, where customer service really matters. Riveters, just south of where the Rays and Bucks play. We'll see you there.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Timm May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our FanStream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. fanstream.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
All right, guys, don't screw this up. It's Valentine's Day, and the first decision you make is go to the Gold and Diamond Source, where right now you can buy one, get one 40% off during their exclusive Valentine's promotion. Express your love with exquisite jewelry from the Gold and Diamond Source, where they have the largest selection of engagement rings. And here's where it gets really good. Starting on Friday at the Open, you can get a $1,000 gift card, and they will match it with another $1,000 gift card. Get $2,000 worth of spending power for just $1,000. Then at 6 o'clock, it goes down to $500. The $500 card match goes from 6 o'clock until close. So get in there on Friday up to 6 o'clock. It's a $1,000 gift card. They'll match it, giving you up to $2,000 in immediate spending power. Then after 6 o'clock, it's $500, and they'll match it and give you up to $1,000 in spending power. Don't miss it. It's Valentine's Day, and the only place to shop is at the Gold and Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com.
It's the love you give only at Gold and Diamond Source.
Experience the art of driving at Genesis of Tampa, where luxury meets innovation and every detail is crafted for you. From the bold G70 to the refined GV80, Genesis delivers power, elegance, and technology years ahead of its time. Book service online, and our Genesis Experience advisors will pick you up and drop off your vehicle. If available, you can enjoy a courtesy car while yours gets a complimentary interior vacuum plus a generous offer for your trade. Every new Genesis comes with the Miracle Advantage Plan, 10 years or 250,000 miles of powertrain warranty and 4 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit us at 801 East Bears Avenue or online at genesisoftampa.com. Genesis of Tampa, luxury redefined.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the great folks at Riveters. Had a big Super Bowl party, by the way. Really fun. And that's always the best place to go watch whatever sporting event it is that you want to watch, like the Olympics. I highly recommend you go over there for happy hour today, which starts at 3 o'clock. The USA-Canada women's game starts at 2 o'clock. So by the time it really starts getting good, you can start drinking $3 domestics and $5 wells and 3 o'clock in the afternoon and get hammered. So I highly recommend that. Go over to Riveters and watch some Olympics. Lots of fun. You can see all the downhill stuff that's going on. By the way, I want to get into Lindsey Vonn here in just a second. Do I ever? So we'll do that here in just a second. But big thanks to our great friends at Riveters Tampa, just north of 275, right there on Dale Mabry, next to the spaceship. You know where it is. Speaking of Lindsey Vonn, so she now has a torn ACL and a multiple tibia fracture. Let me see what the actual thing is. Because it was reported today.
It's messed up.
It's messed up. It's messed up big time. Complex tibia fracture that is currently stable, but will require multiple surgeries to fix properly. She said on Instagram, while yesterday did not end the way I had hoped, and despite the intense physical pain it caused, I have no regrets. I think this is one of the great stories of the games. She said, yesterday, my Olympic dream did not finish the way I dreamt it would. It wasn't a storybook ending or a fairy tale. It was just life. I dared to dream and had worked so hard to achieve it because in downhill ski racing, the difference between a strategic line and a catastrophic injury can be as small as 5 inches. It was simply 5 inches too tight on my line when my right arm hooked the inside of the gate, twisting me and resulting in my crash. My ACL and past injuries had nothing to do with my crash whatsoever.
I believe that to be accurate.
That is accurate. And
doesn't mean she should have been out there.
Despite that, well, what do you mean she shouldn't have been out there?
We talked about it yesterday. She had a torn ACL.
You know what other racers
not
have raced with torn ACLs? Did you know that?
How many what?
Many downhill racers have raced without ACLs.
Okay, not one that was suffered the week prior.
I don't know that. Here's the bottom line. Who knows her body better than anybody? She
Well,
does.
clearly she does not.
She does.
But I've
And-
seen pictures. But she doesn't know it like I do. Tiger's told me stories.
Oh my God. What do I even say to that? No, listen, it was her decision to make. It was totally her decision to make. She's one of the greatest to ever do it. And she thought she could, and she did a training run and did great. So she felt she could do it, and she was going balls out to make it happen. And she just took it a little bit too tight. It twisted her around. And it wasn't like, if it was the ACL, then she probably, wouldn't have been able to take a tight turn.
Right.
If she hit a turn and couldn't hold it, I would, that especially if she was going to the left, and that was her uphill ski, then I'd go, oh, that was probably ACL related. That's not what happened. So, even arguing whether she should have or she shouldn't have it's not ours to decide. It's hers to decide. And anybody else, like, you can have an opinion, obviously, but seriously, it's her decision, and I think it's a courageous decision, and I think it's a great decision that so many of us can learn from. Dare to be great. You can sit there and think about all the things, the negative things that can happen if you try to do something that nobody's ever done before, and you'll talk yourself right into it, doing nothing. I'll side with the people that are daring to be great and courageous. And if they wreck, at least they freaking tried. And for all the naysayers that, sit on their couch and want to criticize Lindsey Vonn, get out of here. Go have another ding dong. She's doing something. She's out there in the arena. If we could quote the great Rudyard Kipling poem.
So do you think this had more to do with a torn ACL that she was skiing on, or the fact that she's 41 years old?
Yeah, did she just win a World Cup race at 41?
Like anyone can even know that.
During the season. She's clearly very competitive still, or was. After this, her dad said, no more.
She's trying to sell all of us on the second crash was not related to the first crash, is what she's trying to say, right? Like,
right.
Don't come at me for skiing on a torn ACL because the second crash had nothing to do with the first crash.
All right. This is from her training partner and teammate, Johan Eilish. No, I'm sorry. This is the FIS president, Johan Eilish. Said, I firmly believe that this has to be decided by the individual athlete. In her case, she certainly knows her injuries on her body better than anybody else. And if you look around here today with all these athletes yesterday, every single athlete has a small injury of some kind. What is also important for people to understand that the accident that she had yesterday, she was incredibly unlucky, and it was 1 in 1,000. She got too close to the gate, and she got stuck when she was in the air in the gate and started rotating. No one can recover from that unless you do a 360. This is something which is part of ski racing. It's a dangerous sport. Yeah, it's absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just so from that point of view, I don't think we can say that she should or shouldn't have participated. This decision was really hers and her team to take. She made a decision, and unfortunately it led to the injury, but I really think really the way the decision gets made for every athlete that participates in the downhill. I think and then teammate Keely Cashman also said Vaughn's ACL had nothing to do with her crash. Totally incorrect, said Cashman, who was knocked unconscious in a serious crash 5 years ago. People that don't know ski racing don't really understand what happened yesterday. She hooked her arm on the gate, which twisted her around. She was going probably 70 miles per hour. And so that twists your body around. That has nothing to do with her ACL, nothing to do with her knee. I think a lot of people are ridiculing that, and a lot of people don't know what's going on. So
I just buy it.
I just think the debate is kind of silly. It's her decision to make. Duh.
Yeah. And it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, right?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. To me, it's the lesson that we learned is, wow. Like I think the fact that she went for it was pretty damn.
Yeah. And the lesson here is skiing is hard at 90 miles an hour.
Jesus. I'm watching this downhill, And I'm seeing it like I've not seen it before for some reason. I don't know if it's the drone view or what, but it just seems like so freaking fast and so steep. And it's like
so
these guys
little
are
margin
literally
for
like,
error with these
Yeah.
guys and girls.
I mean, if you've ever skied before, and I go skiing once a year, obviously nowhere near what these people are doing, but I'll look at the steepness of a run and I'll go, I will either want to do that or I don't. And you get to a point where you're out of control and where you're getting close to it. And that's when you slow down and you back off. These guys and girls never back off. They never, it's just, whoa, down the mountain. It literally takes them like 300 yards to stop. They're going so fast. It's the courage, the balls, the intestinal fortitude that it takes to do that and the way they do it, man, it's something else. And there's a lot of those ladies are a hell of a lot. All those ladies are a hell of a lot tougher than me. That's for damn sure. And a lot more courageous because that is crazy what they do.
Yeah.
And that's why I watch. I mean, I watch it and the guys and everything. It's to me, it is absolutely must see TV. Yeah. Sergio Biltres says, what are we going to talk about for the next few weeks while there is no hockey or football? Well, Sergio, we're going to talk about the Olympics. And we're going to talk about things we don't normally talk about, like bad pharma commercials. And hopefully you will be entertained. Are you not entertained with this discourse this morning?
All the bad pharma commercials.
Yeah. I think we even had a comment about that. Dun, dun, dun.
Is there another song other than maybe Monday Night Football that just gives you sports chills?
Remember the old Wild World of Sports? Do you have that one?
Yeah. I can probably find it.
Dun, 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 you know? Dun, dun. Yeah, it's good. It's good. And all of them are composed by John Williams, aren't they?
I think so, yeah.
The Star Wars composer. Like everything
he
does,
wrote them, but he plays them. I mean, did he write it?
I think he composes all. Yeah.
I thought the Olympics, I thought that theme song's been around since like 100 when they did the first.
So
Olympics
is he.
in Athens.
Star Wars is the 70s, bro. I think.
That's a very good point.
Wasn't the first Star Wars movie in the 70s?
77. Yeah, 77.
Yeah.
He also wrote the theme to Jaws.
Away.
He wrote the theme song to Jaws, too. That was 75. He's been working with Steven Spielberg for a long time.
Yeah. Magic. Absolute magic. Nathan says the 21 quarterbacks in the Super Bowl era have started and won Super Bowls with the team that originally drafted them. Only 21. Only 2 quarterbacks in NFL history have won Super Bowls with 2 different teams, Manning and Brady. Interesting. And the Bucs have drafted 3 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Yeah, and I named them all. First try. That's not bad. But that's not what you want your franchise to be known for. We traded away Super Bowl winning quarterbacks like nobody else.
Could
for
be
us.
the Jets.
Joel Forsley says ding dong. You don't know what a ding dong is, Joel?
What? Like the food?
Yeah, he doesn't know what a ding dong is.
Come on.
Really?
What about
Look
a
it up.
Twinkie?
And they're absolutely horrible for you, and they're wonderful.
They're good for you, JP. That's why I eat like 7 a day.
Tim's eating ding dongs again.
This
That's
temple.
to the surprise of no one.
Fair.
Douglas Batista says, if they get rid of that stupid skateboard logo, I will deal with the also stupid starburst. No, I think we could get rid of both.
What's the skateboard logo?
I don't know if it's a logo, but the whole City Connect street art, skateboard culture that they were celebrating, the big skateboard culture in St. Pete that is so prevalent and internationally known.
Never heard of it. Nobody needs to celebrate skateboards ever.
No, it's dumb. It was one of the dumbest things ever.
It's great until you turn 17 and you can drive a car, and then you're like, why?
What do we have, like 3 skateboard parks in St. Pete? Okay, great, but that's what we're picking on for the City Connect? I never got that. Just me being a curmudgeon, I guess.
Get off my lawn.
Thomas Casper says 26th annual U.S. Sumo Open tickets on sale soon. We have sumo wrestling in the U.S.?
Oh, yeah.
I bet Vita Vea would be really good at that. Really good.
Vea would get his butt kicked at sumo wrestling.
USA, Canada, 2:30 Central. So it's 1:30 Eastern?
Oh, I
I
had
missed.
2:10 Eastern is what I showed on when I saw it. Aviation.
All right. So we've already made the bet. Loser has to sing their anthem to open the show tomorrow.
Is it the loser has to sing their anthem or they have to sing the winning team's anthem?
Yeah, winning team's anthem.
So like you would have to sing "Oh Canada" and I have to
right.
sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah, as much as we could take.
Until we need a
ruin it.
gong, right? We need like a
Yeah.
gong sound effect so we can
We get the big hook.
gong
Get the
out
big
of
hook.
it.
All right, so let's get some Bucks talk in here. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back with the Bucks talk. And Charlie Strong's going to join us at 11:30 to recap the Super Bowl, things you may have missed, and maybe talk a little college football. There are 6 teams that finished in the top 5 in portal and high school recruiting, and one of them is your beloved Aggies, my friend.
Of course.
We'll talk some college football. So all that football in our second hour. A quick break. We're brought to you by the great folks at Italiano Insurance. Folks, if you have not done your insurance checkup where they go out on the market and try to find you better deals for your homeowner's insurance, your flood insurance, your business insurance, your life insurance, whatever insurance you have, your auto insurance, they saved me $1,000 on my 6-month premium, which is about a year and a half ago. So that's real money, folks. Real money. It's not just what you make, but it's what you keep. We all got to buy insurance. And if we can get it cheaper for the same stuff, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's making money. And they do all the work and you save all the money. That's pretty cool. Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799. Great customer service. A real human will answer the phone and perhaps send you to another real human that speaks great English and get the job done. That's how we do it at Italiano Insurance. 813-877-7799. Back in 3. Stay with us. Well, the folks at Third Generation Plumbing and AC want to say thanks for making them so dadgum busy. Of course, advertising on your favorite Tampa Bay sports talk show helps, but it's their incredible customer service, honesty, and integrity that have earned them tons of 5-star reviews. And now you could be part of the team at Third Generation. Yes, they are so slammed, they need to hire more certified AC technicians and plumbers. It's a great family business to work for. My buddy John Rodriguez runs an old school family business since 1995. They pay well, give you all the holidays off, and they offer great benefits. No cold corporate atmosphere here. You're part of the family. If this sounds cool to you, call them and apply at 813-961-8024, or you can email your resume in at thirdgenerationplumbing.com. Just go to the website, you'll see the button, email them, or call them at 813-961-8024. And don't forget about the $169 yearly maintenance special. It's a no-brainer, guys. thirdgenerationplumbing.com, and they also do AC.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Welcome to Kingmakers, home of the JP Peterson Show studio and Tampa's premier business networking and social club for members only. By day, it's an exclusive, vibrant co-working space with a stylish conference room, focus rooms, a full production studio, and an in-house marketing team. And by night, Kingmakers transforms into a sports-centric social hub with a full sports bar, golf simulator, and exclusive events. For young entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals, it's the perfect place to work hard, play hard, and make big moves in Midtown Tampa. Close the deal, celebrate the win. Only at Kingmakers. Become a member today at kingmakerstampa.com. Your business, your club. Hey, JP here for my concierge medical professional, Chris Lugo, PA. You've heard him on the show for a couple of years where he shares invaluable medical, nutritional, and supplement advice. With Chris, it's like having a medical provider as your best friend. What I love about this concierge service is the convenience and support he offers. I can text or call him 24/7 with any questions or concerns, and he'll promptly call in a prescription if needed. No office visits or copays required. It gives me peace of mind knowing I have someone genuinely invested in my health, not just focused on insurance profits. And the best part, the Bay Area Modern Medical Center's personal concierge service is more affordable than you might think. Don't let insurance companies dictate your health care. Take control of your health and wellness today. Visit BAMMC.com for more information and to schedule your initial free consultation. Empower yourself and take charge of your personal health with BAMMC.com.
Sunny days or stormy nights, roofing problems out of sight. In Florida we stand so tall, pitch roofing, we do it all. Pitch roofing, roofing done right, for your home, day and night. When the hurricanes roll in, we've got the top that's gonna win. Protect your house from wind and rain. Choose pitch roofing, never in vain. Pitch roofing, roofing done right, for your home, day and night. Call us now for peace of mind. Top service you'll ever find. Pitch roofing won't let you fall. We're the best, just make that call. Pitch roofing, roofing done right, for your home, day and night.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the Pitch Roofing folks. Joel Forsland says, where can we download the Pitch Roofing? I don't think we can download. I'll send it to you. DM me, and I'll send it to you. You can have your own version of it. Download.
That's right.
How about that?
Make it your phone ringtone.
I don't think it's on Spotify yet, though, but they'll be very happy to know that Rick says, Joel, it's number 4 on Spotify.
Y'all haven't even heard the other one.
Yeah, we got to worry about that. Well, we'll just play that one then at some point. Why not?
Yeah.
It's the end of the show. Yes, we're brought to you by the great folks at Genesis of Tampa. Great folks over there. Go check out all the cars they have there. It is an unbelievable brand of technology and luxury. And the value is it's incredible. You'll ride in those cars and say, this is one of the top sports cars. No, it is, but the price is not. It's much less. So go check it out and go see all the great things they have going over there at Genesis of Tampa. Last month, they were giving away money to USF Women's Soccer. They support a lot of the local USF sports teams here in NIL. So just great community partners. Genesis of Tampa is where you go. Their website, genesisoftampa.com, and they're right on 801 East Bears Avenue, just off of 275. All right, so I got the arrest story here on James Pierce Jr.
Okay,
you want to hear this one?
let's do it.
So he spent Saturday and Sunday in the Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center. That may have been the one where they kept me overnight. I don't know, not overnight, but. Got a little fender bender. They took me in. Yeah.
Took you in for a fender bender. That seems like a story that we need to hear.
It's a long story. It's a long story. It's a funny
Is it longer
story.
than the pitch roofing song?
No, I can shorten it. And it was the nicest officer I've ever encountered in my life. And long story short, I was living out. I just moved to Atlanta. I was probably 6 months in, got into a little fender bender, and this young kid who literally looked like he was about 16, his first week on the force was there. And basically I had a red light ticket that I did not know about because it was sent to my old address in my house in Tampa that I was renting out. And I hadn't picked up my mail, so I didn't know about it. So I didn't go to court for it. And they issued a warrant, I guess, or they suspend your license. Yeah. And so my license was suspended. And in that county in Georgia, if you're driving with a suspended license, they have to arrest you and take you in. And especially if it's from another state. And I had no idea that it was suspended because they had sent the suspension letter to the house too. And I wasn't there. I didn't pick up my mail. So I had no idea. And the kid was like, oh, because he watched the show, that he was a big fan of our show that I was doing up in Atlanta. We were on what is now the SEC network. Before it was, I'm trying to think, one of the regional sports networks. Yeah, so it was widely, and me and Algie Crumpler, and it was on all the time. He goes, yeah, I watch you guys every morning. He was a big fan. He's like, I'm so sorry, but I have to take you in.
Oh God.
You have to what? He's like, yeah, I'm so sorry. And he's like putting the handcuffs on me. Is that too tight? Are you sure? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. So take me in. It was not one of my funner days. But anyway, it was very different from what I'm about to explain.
Yeah, which was worse.
Okay. And I didn't have a Lambo. So Pierce was following his old girlfriend who broke up with him, Rakia Jackson, who plays in the WNBA. And he didn't want to take no for an answer, evidently. So he
we've all been there.
Yeah. He told Pierce followed her in a white Lamborghini SUV and tried to open her car door on the driver's side at a red light. Jackson drove away, but Pierce continued to follow her as he drove towards the Doral Police Department. Jackson told police Pierce collided into her rear of her vehicle near the police station, then ran his vehicle into hers head on. Huh. He has a white Lambo SUV, and I'm going to run it into a woman that doesn't want me to bother her.
Seems like a terrible idea.
At what point? Take no for an answer.
Where are all the red flags here? All these are red flags.
It's like a Bucks game. There's so many red flags. Per the affidavit, Doral police officers arrived at the scene after Jackson called and saw Pierce standing outside of his SUV. Because you don't want to leave the scene when you go head on into somebody else. One of the officers pulled out his gun and ordered Pierce to get on the ground, but Pierce instead got in his car and closed the door. After the officer opened the car door, Pierce shut it and attempted to leave the scene. Pierce's SUV came in contact with an officer in his left knee, which the affidavit described as intentionally an attempt to arrest. Following a pursuit by the officers, Pierce's car crashed at an intersection. He took off running. When officers caught up to him, Pierce began to resist arrest by tensing his arms and not allowing officers to apprehend him. He was triaged on the scene and taken to the medical center. Jackson told police she had recently ended the relationship with Pierce after about 3 years and blocked his number, but obviously he wasn't listening. So the Falcons statement said, we are aware of the incident involving James Pierce Jr. We're in the process of gathering more information. Do you need more information? And will not comment on the open legal matter at this time. The Falcons selected Pierce as the 26th overall pick, and they gave up a first round. They traded a first round pick, I guess, with the Rams to get him. So,
yikes!
That
doesn't sound good at all.
Half sacks. I'm like, yeah, maybe we should have drafted the guy, but he was definitely off our board, and yeah, I think that was probably the right decision. Rick says, JP, after being pulled over, quote, do you know who the hell I am? Copy. You got a ticket, JP, not the dead hooker in the trunk.
Just don't open the trunk, officer.
That is not why I was arrested.
But good.
Yeah. Yeah. So not good. Not good for him.
Yeah.
No. What else do we have here? Bella is in this morning. Hello, Bella.
Hello, Bella.
Bella says, we have all been there, the moment when we realized we painted all the red flags white. Shaking my head. Yeah. You allow for some things, right? You allow for something until they prove you different. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah. Alejandro says, after watching Raise the Flag 50-year documentary about the Bucks, Culver House effed up. We should have kept D. Williams and Steve Young, who went to win Super Bowls elsewhere. You think?
Yeah.
You think? Yeah, that was the curse of Doug Williams.
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
Over,
Rightfully so.
What, $200,000?
Or less. Yeah. So, yeah, ownership is important. All right. Our football coach is here. So let's bring up the great Charlie Strong. Last year, Bucks defensive line coach, Texas, USF, Louisville, two-time ACC coach of the year, and our football analyst here. What's up, Coach? How are you?
Doing well. How you doing, JP?
I always forget to put your mic up. That's me producing. I got him. You're good. You're good now.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. You called it. You called the Super Bowl. I should have listened to you. I went and bet on the Patriots. I didn't think they'd win, but I thought they might cover. Little teaser bet.
You know what it was? I just watched both offensive lines, and then when you get in a game like that, you're talking about in the trenches.
Yeah.
And look what Seattle did, and I don't know if it's because of the rookie, the left side of their offensive line. It was just those guys up front. They just dominated.
Yeah.
And Lawrence, those guys, they came off the ball. They were able to get pressure on the quarterback, and they were able to stop the run.
Mm-hmm.
Because you think about the pressure that they put on the young quarterback, like May, he just didn't have enough time. He couldn't set his
so bad.
He couldn't throw the ball, but when you play at the level that they played, and they played fast and they played with energy, and it was a fun, from a defensive side, it was a fun game to watch.
Yeah, for a defensive coach, but you said you'd like to see a little bit more scoring.
I would have loved to see a little bit more scoring. Yeah, I didn't mind for it to be a defensive game, but I mean, you look at the field goals, you're like, okay, it's 6-0, it's 9-0, it's 12-0. Like somebody score a touchdown, then someone get another touchdown, then let's make this thing interesting. So
the other advice I did take from you as well was watch the trenches. So after I realized that Seattle was not going to, that they were going to win this game in the trenches, I went and did a live bet. So at least I covered the stupid Patriots bet, which was good. So thank you for that as well. So I thought that Josh McDaniels, who I think is a great offensive coordinator, I was wanting a little bit more from him. Why did he not adjust? Or is it just, if your offensive line is getting beat that bad, it's hard to call any plays at all?
Well, it's you get in a game like that, and you, like, as an offensive coordinator, you have a set plays that you want to call, and then when you start getting beat, when you start getting the pressure on the offensive line, you kind of get flustered yourself because these plays aren't working. When there are plays that you ran before that you've got good results from, and it was just, they dropped back the pass, and they were getting beat just by a 4-man rush. It was, late in the game, they start bringing the pressure, bring the backer, and the nickel was clean because the linebacker was coming. He was eating up the running back, and the nickel was coming clean.
Yeah.
But it was just, it's hard for the offensive coordinator because he's sitting there and he want to try to protect his quarterback. He can't protect his quarterback because he don't have enough time to throw the football.
Well, the answer to that is get it out quicker, right? Get it out into the screen game and some other things, and I didn't really see that.
No, but I just think that those guys, they sat down on a lot of routes. If you watch into the boundary, they rolled up a lot because Job was a corner into the boundary, and he's really physical into the boundary with the receivers because he could be, because he had a guy over the top of him.
Right. So you can be. So when you looked at that Seattle plan that McDonald put together, what really jumped out at you? Just better personnel. I mean, they were rush 4, cover 2, basically, right? The whole game.
Basically, the whole game they was rush 4, cover 2, but it's just the energy that they played with. And you watch that game when it started, so Seattle takes the ball and they drive the football and they get a score. They don't get a touchdown, but they get a score. And then right there you start, and then New England comes back and they don't get anything. So then you start wondering, okay, this game is going to be one up front.
Yep.
And now can can New England, can they match them? Can the Patriots match what Seattle? Can they just match their energy?
Yeah.
You know, I always felt like, JB, when you get in a big game, your defense got to outplay the other team's defense. So don't look at the matchup on if their defense are getting turnovers, we got to get turnovers.
Yeah.
Hey, if they're putting pressure on the quarterback, we had to put pressure. And they did. You know, the Patriots played pretty good.
Yeah, their
on
defense was good. Yeah.
They played really good on defense. I don't know if you remember, there was one time the score may have been like 9-0 or 12-0, and their defense had got to stop. The Patriots defense had got to stop. And then all of a sudden, something happens with their offense, and the camera, it shows the whole defense. Look, all them guys like drop their head, like, God. But they grab their helmets and they're like, here we go again. Go again. Yes.
At some point, you get demoralized, right? I think Collinsworth even said that. At some point, when you see your offense just doing nothing, I think they had 56 total yards in the first half.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you start, it's not so much you're demoralized. It's just like, can we make a play? Like, something's got to happen there. I mean, are we just going to, a receiver going to get open here, or the running back's going to make a big run? And it didn't happen for him.
Yeah.
And that was what was frustrating, because they were playing lights out on defense. Now we just got to get a little help.
Something.
Just give us something on offense.
I think it was maybe the second play of the game where Darnold, it was the inside receiver ran a little out, and the corner I don't think it was Gonzalez. It was one of the other Patriots corners, kind of undercut it a little bit.
Should have picked it. It was a nickel. Should have picked
Right.
it. You remember? And that would have been a touchdown.
That was a pick six.
I mean, it's amazing. And he put the ball to the outside. The receiver makes a catch
and
gets the first down. But that was a pick six right there.
Yeah, if he does
the
that,
nickel backer 25 was the one that undercut it. Yes.
Yeah. So if he makes that play, now that's his first turnover in the playoffs, and Lord knows where his head goes from there.
Right.
And he threw another one in that same sequence that should have been picked.
Should have been picked. And that's the thing. When you have those opportunities, you got to capitalize on those opportunities. And they didn't capitalize on them because they had plenty of times, like Darnold made some throws, and even they were hitting him. I mean, their defense was getting back there, and they were putting pressure on Darnold, and he let a couple of balls go that you figured, oh God, this ball is going to be intercepted. It's going to be. And even with the play that Gonzalez made, he almost comes down with it.
Yeah, over the middle. Yeah,
over the middle when they threw the deep post.
Yeah,
I mean, he's like, oh my God, he's got it. And then
he had both hands on it,
and he doesn't make a play. But you have to make plays, and that's what it comes out, just making those plays in those moments.
Do we get caught up sometimes in too much about scheme and not much about those particular moments in the game?
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to just one-on-one. Who's going to win the one-on-one battle with players?
Yeah.
Because now in those games, it's all about the dudes now. They got to line up, and those guys going to make play. Either you're going to make a play or you're not going to make a play. And it's one-on-one. It's a one-on-one battle. Hey, guys, we got to win our one-on-one battles up front, which Seattle did. Even on the other side, they did. Because, with Barmore inside, with Williams inside, they were able to win some one-on-one. If you watch where the ball went, Jay, it bounced outside every time. Yeah, they said that that ball was not going to go up the middle because they were not going to run through the middle of the Patriots defense. They didn't. They got on the edge, and they didn't do a good job of setting the edge. And so Walker were able to get to the outside and bounce out and get explosive runs, which their defense had not given up those explosive runs. And they still were able to hang in there and hold them to field goals, because when they got in the red zone, Seattle didn't capitalize with touchdowns. They came out with field goals. And I always said this, when you get that ball in red zone, a good way for the defense to score 4 points, hold them to a field goal.
Yeah, exactly.
You got 4 points.
Those are the difference makers in games, when you can play good red zone defense.
And they did, and that's what kept them in the game for as long as they were able to stay, because you were sitting there like, oh God, at some point, can the Patriots make a play here? Can Diggs get open? Can Butte get open? Can something happen? Can Henderson break a lone run? You was waiting for that to happen. I thought Drake May played scared. I don't know if it was his shoulder or just, listen, I know the pressure will make you look scared. It just, it can get to you, and it got to him early on, but I still thought that he was holding the ball, and he did that a lot this year. He took a lot of sacks. I think he took 15 sacks in the postseason, which is a record. So he's not a guy that wants to put the ball in danger, but at some point when you can't move the football, there's a fine line between playing too careful and playing scared, right? It's all about you trusting your ability.
Right.
And like you said, I think what he was waiting on for it to be wide open for him, where it was a clear picture. And it wasn't a clear picture,
Yeah.
and the pressure was coming. And sometimes you just got to just trust your ability and just let the ball go.
Which he did on those 2 plays, and they scored a touchdown.
And they scored a touchdown, but just let it go. Just throw the ball out there. And he didn't want to create turnovers,
right?
Because he knew the defense was playing so well. And he didn't want to put them in a bad position on the field. But at some point, it just got, hey, guys, just trust your ability and go play, and it all happened for you.
Have you had situations where you had to go to your quarterback and you say you spent all your life telling him not to turn the ball over, and you're like, let it rip.
Yeah.
Come on, let it rip. You got it. You're playing too careful. You got to let it go.
You have to, and you have to tell him. And the quarterback's he's got to trust himself. Like, hey, let it go, guys. Just let it rip. The defense is playing good. We're gonna play fine on defense. We're gonna hold them on defense, but you have got to let it go.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think there was a little bit of that going on with Drake May.
Yeah, and like you said, when you hold the ball, like especially in a game, because you know the pressure's coming, so get the ball out. You know, he threw the one time they were backed up on the goal line and they were coming out, and he threw the receiver, came in and he whirled the bird back out.
Yeah,
made a throw to him, and Seattle was in cover 2 because Joe got the receiver released outside. He took Joe really, jammed him to the outside, but he wasn't able to get back in to stop, a 6 or 7 yard gain. And that's all you needed, and I think that, like those guys are looking for the big play, Just take what they give you.
Take what they give you.
Just take what they give you. It's going to be there. Just take what they give you. And because you're going to be able to just keep the chains moving, and they didn't keep the chains moving. Just move the chains, guys, And he made some throws, and, some of them were behind, but it was all about just keeping the chains going.
It's funny that in the NFL, Charlie, as you know, the hiring cycle it's kind of, everybody wants to find that young, up and coming Sean McVay connected offensive guy. And here's Mike McDonald. Turns that whole program around, and he's doing it with defense, but not like their offense sucked. I mean, their offense was good.
But even as Jay, when you look at the NFL, like everybody talk about Sean McVay, he has a quarterback.
Yeah,
he has receivers. Like he has tools around him.
Yeah,
and even you look at the year that Chicago had.
Yeah,
the quarterback played well. When you get good quarterback play, then you're going to have a chance. You're always going to have a chance, and that's what Seattle did. Darnold, he had 20 turnovers, I think, during the season, but he had 0 during this run in the playoffs. He had no turnovers. So when you can get that type of play out of your quarterback, and it happens, because you think about when Cincinnati got there the 1 year, Joe Burrow was having an unbelievable year. So it comes back to that quarterback play.
Yeah.
And people say, I'm looking for this young and up and coming coordinator, but sometimes it doesn't happen for you because you don't have that guy.
Yeah,
and that's a critical piece of it.
And Charlie Strong joining us here. College football is becoming that as well. And the difference in college football is it's free agency every year. So you can just go out and find a new quarterback. We just had National Signing Day the other day, Charlie. And you remember when that was like a national holiday.
It was such, when you had National Signing Day, it was so big because the fans got so into it because they was wondering who you were going to get.
Well, that was the talent acquisition. That was the NFL draft for 1,000 teams.
I remember when I was at Texas, and so and Coach Brown did a really good job because what he did is a lot of times he would get all his commitments in May. So I waited until like National Signing Day, and I had it set up, JP, where this guy was going to go at 7:00. This guy was going to go 7:15. So we had a group text of all the guys that were going to sign on that day, from Brandon Jones to Malik Jefferson to Charles Omenihu, to PJ Locke to Malcolm Roach, to, those guys.
One right after another.
Just one after another. Mike Dixon. They were going to all go, like one after another. And some of the fans got so upset because they didn't do it earlier. Yeah, but it's National Signing Day. You want to make it a big deal.
You want to own the day.
But now you don't have that because you look at rosters and like 50 of those guys are going to be gone. So it'll be 50 new players coming in. So it's almost like, when you went to like a Florida State or Miami, that was a big deal. Like that that guy, now it's almost like, hey, he may be here 1 year and he's out.
Yeah.
So how big of a deal is? I mean, it is big because guys want to win, so they're trying to build their team off of a talent. So they're saying, hey, I'm gonna go get this guy for 1 year, and then you know what? We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So there were, I think, 6 teams. I think I had them in my that were top 15 in portal and high school recruiting. Miami, Florida, Texas A&M, Ohio State, I think. And now, so you've got an early signing period, December.
Yep.
You got the portal class that opens up at the same time, and then you have the other signing period in February.
Yeah. So you go early signing period. So it's almost like those coaches now in college, they are working around the clock because they got to stay. They got to get in the portal. So you know what, guys are getting in the portal. So let's go sign these guys early. Now let's go get our portal guys, and we got to keep the guys that we have. It's
in high school.
It's every
and
day on your team.
Yeah,
you're battling every day. That okay, I just wouldn't sign this young man. Now I told him he was going to play. Now he may not get the playing time that he thought. He's in the portal.
Absolutely.
And the thing about it, those guys can leave as long as they go by and see the compliance director say, hey, listen, I want to transfer, and that boom, they're out.
They're gone.
So if you don't have a great relationship, and that's what's killing it, JP, more than anything, is that relationship. Like you don't really have that relationship because, guys are in and out. So a lot of times when you go recruiting, you kind of build that relationship with that family and that young man. So now you don't have it because you only got him for 1 year, and then now he's gone. And it's almost like everybody's trying to find who is the best player. And if they can get him from from another team, then they're going to take him if he's willing to come.
Yeah, what a crap show this is right now.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Is it sustainable?
Well, what you like to do is just make it where they can only transfer one time.
Right.
And if you could get that back going again, because when we were coming up, coaching, guys had to sit. So if you got a transfer in, he had to come in, he had to sit
a year.
He had to sit a year, and then he got his chance to play. But now the way it is, they're coming in, and I just saw where the young man from Alabama was finally ruled ineligible.
Yeah,
after going to the G League.
Yeah,
I mean, think about that, JB. He went to the G League, so he went to play professional basketball, and now come back to college.
Now all these professional players who aren't making it in the NBA are wanting to come back.
They wanting to come back because
that's crazy.
That's unbelievable. So,
well, you want to say, you know what? They're the better players. It will, they will make college basketball better. But what's really getting killed here is the young kids.
The young kids.
It's like the kids are coming up in high school. Thing. They're not even getting recruited.
You think about it, JB. It used to be a time where you would take a young man and you would say, you know what, he's not ready yet. So let's develop him. And by his junior year, he's got a chance to be a player.
Guy sit for 2 years.
To sit now, he can be.
Yeah.
You can't do that now because it's almost like it's like he's got to go play right away because you're not sitting there willing to wait because now I can go get someone who's done already played.
Right.
And so now that kid's already played, I don't have to worry about this young man. But that's it's killing the high school.
Yeah.
And those guys are not getting the chance that they really deserve, especially if you are a tweener. You're not getting that opportunity.
And the quality of the game, I think, has got to suffer because you're getting guys now, right? So even if he comes in spring, you got 15 practices. And then fall, you've got, 20 practices before 2025?
Yeah.
So you're about 30 practices, 35 practices to teach your entire system, where guys used to be in a system for 2 years learning it and waiting their time. Can you teach a system to a player of 35 practices?
That's what I always felt like because everybody is not running the same system.
Right.
So now it's tough because, this guy could have came from a spread and now we're not, now we're not spreading it out or it's all different for him, because it's a West Coast offense or is this offense or is this offense. So now you're bringing him in after he's been somewhere. Now you bring him in. is old habits that you're probably going to have to break because
Right.
he's going to have
Yep.
some habits that he's going to have to break. And then you got to get him ready for the season. But that's
That's hard, right?
That's really hard because you're sitting there, the guys that had success, like, okay, so Miami takes the quarterback and he has six coming from Georgia,
Carson Beck,
back because, but he has some receivers around him. He had enough around him. And then Indiana goes and get who they get. Mendoza, and they win the Heisman with Mendoza. But, that's not going to happen every year. You're not going to be able to just reach into that bag and pull someone out and say, you know what, we're going to go.
Well, it looks like Miami's going to do it every year. They're going to go buy the best quarterback this 3 year. They got Cam Ward when you were there.
Right.
And then, but that made a little difference.
That made a big difference for her. So
Right.
now they just went and got the young man.
Carson Beck, and now they got Mensa from Duke. Yeah. Bought his $5 million buyout, and then paid him whatever they paid him.
And see, but that's what's going to really hurt college football is the teams with the money. It's the have and the have-nots. So if you have the money to go do it, they're going to go do it. But it's hurting. I just think it's hurting the game. It's hurting everything about the game because you want to teach a young man that if things don't go right for you, then you got to battle through it. Because when he gets in life, everything's not going to go good for him. So where's he going to run to?
The transfer from IBM to I don't know, Apple. I don't know. That doesn't work that way.
It don't work like that. Hey, I can't get mad over at IBM and I'm going to go over to Apple and get a job. But
to the highest bidder. No,
that's what's going to hurt the game because we're just not teaching them no values now.
Yeah.
They're just in and they're out, and we're not building relationships with them. They're not. It's all about let me go get a team to go win, and then when they're done, then he's done. Then okay, so where is his allegiance to? Is he elite? Where he transferred from? I mean, where's my school at? Who do I really go root for?
When you come back for alumni day, where are you going?
Where am I going?
Won't have many of those left. So if you were going to fix the calendar for college football, how would you fix it? Especially with the coaching situation we had with Kiffin was just awful for Ole Miss. It was awful for the players, awful for everybody. How would you fix the calendar?
You got to take away the early signing because now when guys get into the bowl games and guys get into the playoff game, they can go coach that game. Without worrying about,
absolutely.
Hey, I got to go recruiting. I got to get on a plane. I got to go to practice. I got to get on a plane. I got to go see so-and-so. And, I can be in Texas and I got to go to Florida to go see so-and-so. So if you could take out the early signing, because really February, the first Wednesday in February is great. So then you still have time to go and recruit.
Yeah.
So if you are in the championship game or whatever, if you're in the playoff game, just take out the early signing and let those guys go coach their team. So then you don't have the show like we had with Lane where, you don't know, is he going to let his coaches coach?
Right.
Or is he not going to let his coaches
that was
coach?
awful.
So now you don't hinder a school and you don't strong arm a school where, they're sitting there worried about who do I have or if this is going to happen. So now all of a sudden say, okay, so now take it out the early signing. So
that would be a huge part of it. Can we embargo coaches or schools from stealing other teams' coaches? I mean, can we say you can't talk to coaches till after the season?
No, because it's so agent driven now.
Yeah.
And
even if you had a rule, the agents are going to be doing the deals anyway.
They're going to be doing the deal. They're going to be doing them behind your back.
Right.
Those agents are going to know so-and-so, and this guy's going to contact, hey, who's this agent? He's going to contact this agent.
They'll have the deal done. Well, I mean, but at least they'd have to stay with their school.
Right.
They couldn't announce it till afterwards.
I
don't know. Maybe that's better.
But what they're trying to do with those guys is they're trying to get a jump on it. So if I'm going to leave a school, I want to make sure I start recruiting for my next school. But like you said, that'd be a great point if you could just stop, hey, guys.
That the NFL does it.
The NFL. But I think eventually it would turn into something like that where, hey, you can't talk to these guys until this time.
I think basically college, and I said this, I think 10 years ago, eventually college is going to have to adopt the NFL model, and I think that it works. It creates parity.
Yes.
It's just a bigger NFL model where the players are going to have a union and they collectively bargain it. They have to stick to their contracts. You don't have all the crazy free agency. There's there's some rules and regulations that are, and actually an enforceable body that can do it, because college football is all one. I think that has to be where it goes, right? At some point.
At some point, but then you got to look at, like, now on signing day, how many guys are you allowing them to sign?
Yeah.
See, so like NFL, it's
a roster limits.
Roster limit. So now what are we going to do? Or is it going to be a roster limit?
Yeah, I think you have to have that.
You're going to have, because if you don't, I just think that the schools with no money will suffer if you don't. You need a roster limit so you can get those schools built back up.
Absolutely.
So now they have someone that you can almost pull from. And I was saying about this, Jay. If I'm at a school that I got Florida sitting there, I got Florida State sitting there, I got Miami. I say, you know what? It's almost like baseball. Like, hey, listen. You sign him, and then if you want him to develop, send him to me. I'll play him for 2 years, and then I'll send him back to you. It's almost like you got a system set up where you're helping, where you're taking the young man, where he understands you're only going to have him for a couple of years. So if those schools can't compete, don't have that money to go by, then just, hey, let me have him. I would develop him, and then I would send him back, and I would give him back, almost like a farm system.
I
send him back to you.
The smaller schools.
Yeah, with the smaller schools, because they don't have the money to compete, so they don't have that money. And then every year, their team isn't getting rated.
Right.
Now, they're getting rated every year, so their best players are out. And nothing to take anything away from Golick. But he took 15 players with him from South Florida. Right. So now they got to go replace those 15 players.
I think both starting lineups they're all gone at USF.
They're all gone. So that's what's going to be tough.
That's insane.
So and that's insane. But he's looking. He's going to same thing that happened when he went to Indiana.
Yeah.
So
he went there. Yeah.
With Sig went to Indiana, he took James Madison, all those players from James Madison. So he took them with him to Indiana.
Yeah, which normally going from a smaller school to a bigger school, like Summerall coming from Tulane, there's not a whole lot of players that he can bring to Florida that he even wants. I mean, the Florida roster's stacked already. So a lot of people are like, well, he didn't take a bunch of players from Tulane. I'm like, how many was he really going to take?
Yeah, I mean, how many guys, because he's looked at Florida roster, he looked at what he had.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't know if these guys can go.
Hell no. I mean, there might be a few, but 3 or 4 maybe.
But like you said, even recruiting, you shouldn't be recruiting a player that Tulane has.
Yeah,
you should be. Hey, I got to go to Ohio State, recruit
players at Ohio State. I
got to recruit those type of players, Miami players.
Exactly,
those are the guys you got to go.
Yeah, I think they were giving Summerall a little bit of credit for that. I'm like, I mean, clearly the ones that Golish wanted. I mean, who doesn't want Byron Brown? And I think their receivers that he got too are SEC caliber receivers.
I think Byron Brown was one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
I do too. I don't know why he wasn't the top.
Strong. Yeah. He's physical. He can throw the football. He can run through you. It would not shock me next year if he don't take that team and go lead that team to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because he is an elite player, and he's that good. And because you'll get into that conference and you're gonna look around in the SEC.
Who's better than him in the SEC right now?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Trinidad, maybe.
Yeah, but you look at quarterbacks. Say, who's better than him right now in the SEC?
Is that fast break, that fast tempo offense that he runs, Golish runs? Will that fly in the SEC?
It'll fly because they got to get lined up. And see, Tennessee does it.
Yeah.
So Tennessee runs that same offense. So they get some
that fast
big plays. Yeah, they're fast now, and they get lined up. And when he has a quarterback and he gets Aguilar back, so it'd be interesting to watch Tennessee next year. But it is fast and it's up tempo, and they're on the ball now. And because when I was at Bama, we played Tennessee, and they beat us the 1 year up in Knoxville. But it was they were on the ball so quick, and the ball is coming out. And if you got to get lined up with the DBs because they're throwing vertical routes, they're throwing deep balls now, and the ball is coming out, and it's coming out quick.
All right. Next time you come in, I want to dive in on that topic, and let's break down the fast break offenses, these offenses in the SEC, and what Golish is going to be running. I think that's and what kind of pressure it puts on you as coordinators.
Well, especially on defense.
Will you be able to sleep this week now that I gave you that assignment?
No. But just remember this: when you go fast up tempo offense, you got to help your defense.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
The defense is the one that suffers.
Right.
Because the offense can go out there and score in 40 seconds.
Right.
Now your defense go out there, and if they drive the ball on the defense, they're right back out there.
Right.
So it's what you gotta. It's almost like, hey, it gotta be hand in hand. Hey, defensively, we gotta help our defense. Now let's up tempo on this time. The next series, we may go run the ball and let's go play. Settle down and go play. Yeah. But it is tough on the defense.
Hell yeah, it is. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Yes. I know the offense can score, but as a if you're the head coach. Sometimes you don't want to score so fast. Your defense, the tongues are out already.
Slow it down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, Coach, great to see you.
You too.
Thanks so much. I got to hit another break here.
Already.
We'll hit one final break here, and then we'll come back and get to your comments, finish up the comments. I'll tell you who's watching the Olympics. Me, Sergio. I'm watching the Olympics. I love the Olympics. All right, back in 3. Stay with us. Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucks on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week, so go Noles. 813-877-7799 or go to ItalianoInsurance.com. Experience the art of driving at Genesis of Tampa, where luxury meets innovation and every detail is crafted for you. From the bold G70 to the refined GV80, Genesis delivers power, elegance, and technology years ahead of its time. Book service online, and our Genesis Experience advisors will pick you up and drop off your vehicle. If available, you can enjoy a courtesy car while yours gets a complimentary interior vacuum plus a generous offer for your trade. Every new Genesis comes with the Miracle Advantage Plan, 10 years or 250,000 miles of powertrain warranty and 4 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit us at 801 East Bears Avenue or online at genesisoftampa.com. Genesis of Tampa, luxury redefined.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Timm May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our Fanstream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
All right, guys, don't screw this up. It's Valentine's Day, and the first decision you make is go to the Gold and Diamond Source, where right now you can buy one, get one 40% off during their exclusive Valentine's promotion. Express your love with exquisite jewelry from the Gold and Diamond Source, where they have the largest selection of engagement rings. And here's where it gets really good. Starting on Friday at the Open, you can get a $1,000 gift card, and they will match it with another $1,000 gift card. Get $2,000 worth of spending power for just $1,000. Then at 6 o'clock, it goes down to $500. The $500 card match goes from 6 o'clock until close. So get in there on Friday up to 6 o'clock. It's a $1,000 gift card. They'll match it, giving you up to $2,000 in immediate spending power. Then after 6 o'clock, it's $500, and they'll match it and give you up to $1,000 in spending power. Don't miss it. It's Valentine's Day, and the only place to shop is at the Gold and Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com.
It's a love you give only at Gold and Diamond Source.
JP here for Riveters, our new official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. And just like our show, no BS, no corporate chain feel, just amazing, authentic folks serving great comfort food in a casual atmosphere at unheard of prices. Riveters is located just south of Raymond James and Steinbrenner Field on Dale Mabry, walking distance to the park, so free parking, great place for pregame and postgame. Let's talk about fresh food. Nothing is frozen. Burgers, wings, prime rib, roasted fresh daily, never frozen. That makes a huge difference. The mahi, the salmon, also super fresh. All our sauces are original recipes made in-house. Our Warhawk chili and fully loaded potato soup is made fresh in-house. It's the best food anywhere, served by people who actually care. Riveters on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of where the Bucks and Rays play. We'll see you there. Hey folks, Rays baseball and the summer heat will be here before you know it. So don't let your AC unit strike out and cost you hundreds or thousands for an emergency repair. Get a 1-year maintenance plan from Third Generation Plumbing and AC for just $169. Though will come out twice a year and service your unit. Clean the drain line, make sure it's running to peak efficiency. If you need an emergency repair, it's going to cost you hundreds, if not thousands more. It's a no-brainer, guys. Just call the great friendly folks at Third Generation. They work with American Standard Heating and Cooling to ensure you have the most efficient and durable units. Their split systems offer the highest efficiency available while reducing energy bills and maximizing comfort. So choose my guys, John Rodriguez and PJ at Third Generation, along with American Standard Heating and Cooling. Don't wait for the emergency that'll cost you thousands. Call Third Generation Plumbing and American Standard. 813-961-8024. That's 813-961-8024 or thirdgenerationplumbing.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the JP Peterson Show. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. We're brought to you by the great folks at the Golden Diamond Source. It's Valentine's Day. Buy one, get one 40% off at the Golden Diamond Source. That is the only place to go to get those shiny, beautiful things for Valentine's Day, which is coming up this weekend, guys. Do not screw it up. Get on over to the Golden Diamond Source. If you're thinking about, dropping down to one knee, opening that Golden Diamond Source box like I did and Nick did, it's a great idea for Valentine's Day.
Don't do it.
Do it.
There's other reasons to buy jewelry at the Golden Diamond Source. It doesn't have to be that.
But it can be. So if you're and start it with a real diamond, do not get a fake diamond to start your relationship. That is not a good idea, folks. GoldenDiamondSource.com is where you go and tell them JP sent ya.
I mean, if you hate life, I guess you can do that.
Look, you did it 4 times. Come on, don't.
Yeah, I'm an expert at it now. I can tell you it's a bad idea.
By the way, I don't think my apologies. We did not mention yesterday the reason you were on the show on Monday. Nick had a baby.
Is it newsworthy?
Yes. Did
they have a baby on purpose?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, now they got to pay for it.
Does anybody? Okay, I have a question. Not to diss Nick. All right, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to Nick. His beautiful girl. Case, mom's doing well. Casey's doing great, and the name of the lovely daughter is Collins. Collins. It's a cool name.
What's her first name? I thought his last name was Geddes.
Collins. I like that.
All right.
I like that. So how are you gonna?
I don't understand human beings on the planet Earth or anywhere in the universe who actively try or want to have children. Like, that is a concept that is beyond my grasp of understanding. Like, the people that have children on purpose.
Yeah.
I can't even begin to relate to. Look, and I have 6 that I'm aware of. None of them were planned.
Wow.
We're all happy accidents.
So happy to hear that today as I watch the show.
And what I don't understand is the people who say to each other, as happy young couples in their 20s, say, hey, you know what would be good? Let's inject a child in this relationship and in this marriage.
And another mouth to feed.
Yeah, and we'll spend $1 million over the next 18 years to feed and clothe this child and send it to school. It's going to be a point of contention for both of us on how to raise it.
Yeah.
And all we're going to do is fight about it.
That's not the way it is.
Let's do that. That's a great idea.
There is nothing better in the world than bringing a child into this world and loving. Like, my 2 children are just an absolute biggest joy of my life, without question. And I've done some pretty cool things, but they are my everything. And I don't bug them all the time. And we're not, we don't talk on a daily basis like, other helicopter parents do. I don't do that. I let them grow up and be who they are, and they've become amazing kids. But when I do get to see them, man, it's amazing. And on all their, growing up and all the joys of watching them grow up and do the things they've done from the silly little plays at church to watching my daughter sing and learn how to guitar. And she's amazing. And watching my son grow up and, play football and do the things that he does and just become just an amazing human being that he is. And a likable dude.
Don't get me wrong. The payoff of that when they're grown up is great. Like I love all my kids. My youngest.
No, I love the diaper stages. They were so freaking cute.
No, sir. No,
Loved
no
it.
one loves
Loved
that.
it. Loved
You're
it.
lying.
Absolutely loved it. Like I said, I'm gonna crush being a grandpa. Crush.
Oh, and see, that's another thing. I have threatened every one of my children within an inch of their life. Do not have a baby until I am long gone and dead. I am not doing this grandparent thing. F that.
You're such a curmudgeon.
Zero interest.
Oh,
No, I don't want any part of it.
Sergio Biltres says, "Who's watching the Olympics? I'm watching the Olympics."
Yeah, this guy. Isn't everybody watching the
Where's
only
it being
Olympics?
streamed? Peacock, yes, and it's on regular NBC TV as well.
It's on NBC. It's on True. Like it's on 10
You got
different.
Scott
networks on
Hansen
regular
doing
TV.
the Gold Zone.
Yeah,
So all you gotta do is watch the Gold Zone, bro.
it's
fantastic.
on regular TV. Okay,
And that's on regular TV. You could get the Gold Zone. Yeah, absolutely. Love it. I love the Olympics. Absolutely love.
I love the
we
Winter
can only
Olympics.
talk about Todd Bowles so much. For God's sakes, guys. You want to do that every freaking day? No?
And what else do we talk about women's hockey?
Bash and stew. So we're done with we've moved on from that. So now we're just we'll take our shots where they're needed. But so we moved on from that. We've got Bucks off season to talk about, which is going to be fun. We got the Olympics for 2 weeks. It keeps us from talking about Stu and Todd Bowles. I love the Olympics. And we're gonna watch Canada and USA get it on today in women's hockey.
We got hot blonde speed skaters winning gold medals.
I didn't know that's Jake Paul's girlfriend. What's her name? Liederbaum?
It's the Jetta lead.
Yuda, not Jetta. It's Yuda.
It's America.
Yuda. Anyway, how about her performance?
I hate him so much.
You're just such a hater.
Can't stand him.
How about that was one hell of a speed skating performance. And man, she's got a lower unit. Holy hell. I mean, that thing,
way to put it.
she's got her legs, her buttocks and legs. Like she is not a small, like I think she could beat the hell out of Jake Paul, actually. To be quite
I'd pay to
honest.
watch that fight. I'd pay to
Ah,
watch
me
that
too.
fight.
Yeah.
How did
Absolutely.
he get that?
Yeah. And it was funny. Like when she won gold, did you see how fast the hood came off and the beautiful blonde hair was flowing?
Oh yeah.
And she unzips her speed skating to show her white.
As she often does.
Yeah. She knows how to get followers. Hey, if they're not going to pay you, right? I guess you get paid for a gold or whatever.
I mean, I started following her.
But you make a lot more money on social media, and she knows how to work it. But then her mascara started to run. Did you see that? She was crying.
That was hot. It was still hot.
It was 100%. 100%. I was wondering. I'm like, wonder if she's like, oh my God, all these pictures are going to be in my mascara's runner. I bet, or is that going to be a pot that? Yeah,
she had to plan that.
That's going to work out very nicely. Yeah, absolutely.
JP, everybody wants to know if there's a Big O show today.
There is not. He is burying his mom today. The funeral is today in Miami. So send him, even though he's not on social media, send him some love through your energy. Send him some love.
Can I get to a couple of things here real quick I have ready for us? And look, it's not super important. I found a couple of things on X that I thought was funny, so I thought we'd have fun.
I like that.
A little mini segment, fun with X, and then I have a video that I have to show you, JP. So a couple of posts that I found, I physically laughed out loud when I read this. Hang on, let me fix it. Geno Smith is so bad that the team he left immediately won the Super Bowl, while the team he joined now has the number 1 overall pick in the draft.
Thank you, Geno.
Poor Geno.
Thank you, Geno. Poor Geno.
It's not all his fault.
He's a rich man, though. He's a very rich man.
And then a stat.
Did you go ahead? Go ahead.
I was going to say, and then a stat that I found incredible that I didn't know. No quarterback who lost the Super Bowl in year 2 of their career has ever been back. Talking to you, Drake May.
Wow.
Dan Marino, Colin Kaepernick, Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy, and now Drake May.
Yeah, I'm going to say Burrow, Purdy, and May all break that curse.
Oh, I don't think so. May, maybe, but I think Burrow and Purdy are done. Those teams are done.
No, San Francisco will make a quick turnaround.
I don't think Shanahan survives next year, to be honest with you. He should have been gone the way of Sean McDermott.
Bet. No, look at all the injuries they sustain. They get their guys back. They're fine. They're fine. And John Lynch does a pretty good job.
And he's a
Joe Burrow. Yeah, Burrow will be back. All three of those. I predict all three of those guys will get back to the Super Bowl. But
what about Colin Kaepernick? When's he going to play in the Super Bowl again?
Well, if a few guys at ESPN have their way soon.
Oh my God.
Very soon. Yeah.
And then JP, we're all fans of hockey, obviously, when we're fans of the NHL, sort of their all-star situation. I don't want to call it a game. But the KHL, which is one of the leagues overseas, right? And I believe
it's the Russian league,
the
right?
Russian league, yeah. It's the Russian league. They just held their all-star competition.
Okay.
And these are guys that are, potential, NHL guys, right? We'll see these names.
Yeah.
Definitely Olympic guys if they ever play in the Olympics again.
Yeah.
So they put a twist in their skills competition. One of my favorite things was the hardest shot competition when the NHL was doing that, right? You remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh,
Who's got the hardest slap shot?
Yeah. I think Hedman won it one year.
Yeah. So the KHL decides, you know what would be really funny is if we let goalies compete in the hardest shot competition.
That would be funny.
They're not wrong.
Brascal. Oh, he's down.
That wasn't bad. And then you can see in the bottom left there the miles per hour. I look like my slap shot.
Oh, this guy's getting up some speed. There he comes. It looked like Transformers. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. He missed that by a while.
Watch this stud muffin here.
Oh, my God. Oh, come on, hit the goal. Oh, you got to take out the goal, too.
106.
Take out the goal.
A goalie just hit a 106-mile-an-hour slap shot.
Oh, my God. Holy shit. 106? Wow.
Wasn't that great?
That's fantastic. Oh, that's so good. Man, he got all of that one.
And that big wide paddle.
Nice. Nicely done. Wow.
Dude, I think the NHL needs to look at something like this because that was there's a longer version of it. I watched every single minute.
We can't even get Kucherov to do the stick handling things. You kidding me? These goalies and they do any of that. No fun. I tell you what's fun is sitting with on the post game show with Bobby the Chief Taylor and Engblom. Engblom who played back with the Canadians when they won the Stanley Cup.
Remember very well.
Yeah. And talking about with Bobby Hull, who had they believe his shot was about 110 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And he would come down like early in the game. And for, that's back when they had the Freddy Krueger or just the mask, single mask. And he'd freaking aim it right at your face. And he wouldn't even go for the goal. He just wanted to just intimidate the goalies. And like what Chief's like, I'm ducking out of the way because I know he's going to do it. And those stories are just freaking hilarious.
Dude, Bobby Hull was a beast, man.
Can you imagine getting hit by that with one of those old masks? It'd freaking knock you out. You'd be out cold. There's no protection there.
I miss old school hockey.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. That was fun stuff. And the other thing you were talking about in the Super Bowl, Sam Darnold, Boomer did this thing yesterday that went viral. He did all the from a money standpoint, you win $178,000 if you win the Super Bowl. But since they were in California for 7 days, they actually base your taxes on your regular salary.
The entire time you're there, yeah.
So they pierce your regular salary. So your jock tax at like 3.5% on a daily basis. He lost money. He lost like $80,000 being in California for a week and winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, how you like that?
How effed up is that? Yeah, how effed up is that?
Go buy some fire trucks.
I got an idea. I'm going to torch this state so bad. We'll only be losing so much money, defrauding everybody, and then I'm going to go run for president. What a great idea.
Jeez.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. All right, guys. Great stuff as always, Timmy. Appreciate you. Thank you to all of our listeners and commenters. Thank you very much, you guys. Thanks to Coach Charlie Strong.
Yeah.
We will be back tomorrow. I love this music. Dun, dun, dun.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Skier going over the jump.
The human
The greatest.
drama.
Have a great day, everybody. USA.
This is ABC's Wide World of Sports. Brought to you by Allstate Insurance Company. For insurance.